Just a heads up, I have been setting up a lot of new devices recently for the iPad and the iPhone, and I have noticed a continuous problem if you intend to use iTunes or your Mac to do your data transfers, particularly if you use the method that essentially has been always available for any iPhone user ever since the first iPhones were invented back in 2008. If you have an iPhone or an iPad and you wish to buy a newer model and you don't want to lose all of your data, you want to transfer over your data, and you don't want to move your data through iCloud or some other type of intermediary, the oldest and most normal way to do that transfer is essentially to plug your device into your computer, whether it's a Mac that or a PC that has iTunes installed on it. Do a full backup of your device. Doesn't have to be encrypted, just a backup in sync. Unplug your device. Plug in your brand new device after you start it up, and it will ask you when you start, is this a new device or do you want me to load a backup? If you load a backup into your new device, it essentially will have the vast majority of your settings, your applications, your photos, your videos, whatever was essentially on there will get transferred, and then it'll get synced over, or anything else that needs to be over there, like apps will automatically re-download off of App Store, and your music will just automatically sync back up following the restoration. That's essentially what has to happen. However, for the past year, at least since I've seen iOS, I think it was the last generation Mac OS, the first Mac OS that had the M1, but it doesn't seem to have been fixed in the new version of Mac OS either. Ventura doesn't seem to have a fix for this yet. For some reason, I don't know, even though it does present you that option when you plug in a new device, it doesn't actually restore the first time you plug it in and tell it to restore. It just treats it like a new device, even if you tell it to restore a backup. I don't know why it's doing this. I don't know why Mac seems to be having this problem, and it seems to be an OS issue. So there is a fix to it, which is what this video is about. The fix is to do, if you try to tell your Mac or iTunes to load a backup and it refuses, it just simply spits you and treats it as if it's a new device, then the option you're supposed to do is to perform a restore on the new device. You're basically supposed to restore your new device. It will download the operating system, the most recent operating system. It will then flash and install the most recent operating system onto your new device. And then it will give you the option to, if you want to try it as a new device, after it reboots, and it's going to take a while, it will give you the option to either try as a new device again or to load a backup again. That time it should work. And I know it's an extra hassle. I know it requires re-downloading and reinstalling the entire OS for your device, which can number in the gigs, but this seems to be a problem. I've seen it. It's not been corrected. I've seen it happen on Macs. I've seen it happen on PCs. I've seen it happen on iPads and iPhones. It's a known issue. The only way to fix it is to do a restoration if it happens and to try again. And it should work the second time.